Hello and welcome to your in-depth monthly horoscope for May for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. Also, if you'd like to have a one-to-one consultation with me, please see the link below and you can check out my testimonials. If you'd like to ascend above the zodiac sign astrology and embrace a more serious understanding, you can do so in a very affordable way and check out my special offer for a 12-month forecast character analysis combination, 30% off based on your time, date and place of birth. No two reports are the same, and this will give you searing insights of the opportunities ahead for you and also a much greater understanding of what makes you tick. Hello Virgo and welcome to your in-depth monthly horoscope for May. This month begins with 4 planets, or the Sun, the luminary, along with Mercury, your ruler, Venus and also Uranus in the sign of Taurus, which shares your Earth triplicity. So this is very much about seeing tangible results. But on the first 3 days, the Sun is allied to Uranus, and this 9th house collection is pushing you to be more inventive, to be more spontaneous, to break out of things that have become a little bit dull and stuffy, and to live in the moment. Now, one of the things that many of us haven't been able to do as much as we would like over the last year is travel. But this month and the new moon, which occurs on the 11th, is really pushing you to try to break out and to bring out that more adventurous side of your nature. Now, you can be someone who's incredibly dutiful. So if there are jobs or roles that need to be done where you provide services to others, and as I'm often saying, not being servile, you have a real appetite and aptitude for this. But sometimes it is important to infuse our situations with new ways of doing things, fresh approaches. And that's really what all this collection of energy is saying to you right at the start of the month. Now, there could be, in the first 3 days, some kind of a debate that goes on in your situation. So I say that in inverted commas. If someone you feel is kind of controlling your ability to be a free spirit, you may well push back. It also could see you being more pointed in saying how you feel in terms of your reality. But your ruler Mercury is linking superbly well to Pluto in the first 3 days too. This is a tremendous angle if you need to analyse anything. You have a natural aptitude for this anyway, and you can often work out what is the right course of action by being so precise. But you can really take on a forensic capability over these first 3 days, which can be of a great use to you. But then Venus goes into a trine with Pluto, and it's possible that the truth of a relationship does need to be discussed. This doesn't need to be sinister. For sure, Pluto can be about power and in relationships, but this is an enabling trine. So I feel the people that provide real support in a way that's substantial, you can see what it is, are the people you're really going to appreciate across those days. But then on the 4th, your ruler, Mercury, climbs into the most visible part of your situation, known as the midheaven or the 10th house. Now, it is going to go into retrograde later this month on the 29th, but it goes into shadow on the 15th. So I think there are going to be professional opportunities for you this month, but also maybe also some rethinking around work or your responsibilities or goals as the month goes on. But on the 11th, we do have that glorious new moon. But this new moon in the sign of Taurus also links providentially with Neptune, the planet of dreams, in your sector of relating. If there is somebody you want to journey with, someone who shares your reality, someone who shares your philosophies, you could find yourself really coming together in a much more connected way over the next month. But on the 13th, Jupiter, the planet of growth and also of optimism moves into your sector of relating and will be there through to the 2nd of July. Now, there can be a tendency in astrology to think that everything about Jupiter is great and everything about Saturn is bad, and it just doesn't work for me. So Jupiter moving into this area is also going to see a retrograde begin on the 20th of June. And of course, a shadow period will precede that as well. So you can't just assume that some kind of mythical, magical relationship is going to arrive in your world over this next 3.5 months, but I do think it's an opportunity to think about how you can improve your relationships, and knowledge is a great way to do so with the help of Jupiter, which is very much about informing our philosophies. Now, from the 10th through to the 15th, your ruler forges a very constructive and stable link with Saturn. Saturn's in the part of your horoscope to do with obligations, responsibilities, hard work, discipline, the kind of stuff that just comes absolutely natural to you. So if you put your planet in this very enabling trine with Saturn, it suggests that this would be a good time to attend an interview, to scrutinize a document, to think about how you can formulate a presentation. If you're wanting to build your own business, you can do so in a very progressive, step-by-step but sustainable way. Now, on the 17th through to the 19th, Venus is also forging a very helpful link to Saturn, and that's because on the 9th, Venus joins with Mercury in the sign of Gemini, and they both also are going to be moving towards the North Node, which has been here for some time. Now, this collection of energies is going to be joined and augmented by the Sun on the 20th. So this progressive development in your chart, first of all, sees you needing to be very independent, free-spirited, even outspoken at the start of the month. But as the month goes on, it's much more about work. So if the change does come in your world, don't be surprised if you are looking to do something that uses your skill set in a way which gives you greater personal satisfaction, but where you can still make a difference to help others. That's often a key part of your nature. Now, in week 3, the Sun forges a very productive angle to Pluto. So this could be a great opportunity to change something deep within you, a transformation that is quite significant, or there could be a transformation in your physical environment, but travel does seem possible. But from the 18th through to the 24th, Jupiter is clashing with the Sun. So when it comes to any kind of relationship situation, but particularly in a professional sphere, don't promise more than you can realistically deliver. The 23rd sees Saturn slam on the celestial brakes and go into a retrograde. I just think this can have some limiting potential, and it just suggests that if you are changing your work, don't just look at things in terms of the upside of any alterations you're making. Be realistic about the implications of some of the extra responsibilities that you may have. The full moon on the 26th, however, is very uninhibited in the sign of Sagittarius. This is just saying to you, whatever your ambitions and goals are, make sure it feels right. If it doesn't feel right, you need to realign. And then on the 29th, as I said before, your ruler goes into a retrograde. Now that retrograde is going to really ask some questions of you when it comes to your professional interactions, but also where you employ people, or you have someone you work for, or perhaps relationships with an older person may need some care. Anything which is requiring you to take responsibility could be scrutinized a bit more. So your natural attention to detail can definitely help to ward off some of the more onerous sides of Mercury retrograde. But do remember that Mercury retrograde can be a time to realign, to repair, to reapply ourselves in a way which is more meaningful and more helpful for our future progress.